and they do the exact opposite.
First play and a first pass for Murray. Now he'll take this and run. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal. Now Murray. That was going to stop. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's second and goal. To throw is Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together. A play fake. Now Penix. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, it's Blue. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to second and 15. And looking to throw, Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for it with Blue. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Penix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Leads to second and goal.
Looking to throw, Penix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Short one here, caught by McBride. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Murray from midfield. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Murray keeps it himself. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Williams is in. Touchdown, Arizona. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They'll throw with Penix. Pressure gets to him. Down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Zaven Collins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Penix working out of the gun here. And complete to Drake London. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. On the bootleg, it's Penix. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll swing this out to Blue. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space and let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Blue trying the right side. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
First down, and they go right back to Blue. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To the air, Penix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Blue is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go again with Blue. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Darnell Mooney from 3 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Gonzalez set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Murray now going to do it himself. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Benson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Cardinals.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Still going inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Shotgun now from Murray. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing again, Murray. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Come back.
From the gun, Murray. Touchdown! Marvin Harrison Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Falcons 14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
At the 28-yard line.
Tyler going to give this to Benson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're going for it. It's Murray. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Murray going to throw. Open man here is Benson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Murray. A short one here caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First down. First and 10.
A give up the middle with Benson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To throw is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They run over center with Benson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Murray. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, it's Benson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Murray now.
Some other league from Syracuse and Buffalo combined.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Bates' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this pass out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Penix going to hold on to it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. While he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Out of the gun, they run with blue. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And looking to throw, Penix. Drops it to Blue, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Now Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Touchdown!
Game crazy. Pushing that man in. We'll be at the 2-yard line.
Touchdown. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. This, to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team out, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Running out of the gun here with Benson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Cardinals
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
49-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another run here with Benson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, All you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A handoff here to Benson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there.
What'd you say? I ain't gonna, I'm barely winning every game too though. Dead ass. I'm winning every game in the 4th quarter. Like I did every game I'm on.
They move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders come to town.
No. Yeah. I'm saying I'm only winning by 1 score every game. That's silly.